Welcome, everyone. Nice to have you here. All right, so what is today? Today is our fifth, I'm looking at my quick notes here a little bit, our fifth class in learning section 1 of the Young Family Tai Chi 103 form. And last time, we had no new move, you'll remember, except we sat in a chair, and we're going to be doing more of this today. We showed ourselves that we could really isolate this upper body, this torso, from our lower body. And we're going to do more of that today, and then we're going to connect it more to our arms because we're going to need that in the movement that we're going to do today. So a little bit more of that today. We also talked about body shape and the nice rounded curves. You're going to hear me calling out more tips about body shape, which now may make a little more sense to you, having talked last time about the distance from the body and it being rounded and all the things we say during prepare and opening. These are all things that we want to keep in mind with our body shape. And then today we're going to zoom through what we already know and use what we already know as the underlayment and the foundation for the next move, which is right ward off. So we've learned left ward off, and we're going to learn right ward off. I think I'll even talk a little bit today about why we call them ward off, and we'll see what happens with that. So let's actually get started with prepare. You know this, right? You're going to feel your feet. Mary and I were talking earlier. Just take a nice, relaxed breath and feel your feet. That fishbowl on top of your head, that feeling as if from the very center of your body, you're extending upwards and downwards. You see my yellow Tai Chi line? You should feel very centered on your Tai Chi line, checking in with your feet. You should feel your weight heavy. So sometimes when we extend up, we lose that heavy feeling, and you can get that back by doing that relaxation of the waist. Remember how we do that? We kind of start to sit in a chair. We actually sat in a chair last time. So get that feeling. Yeah, nice. Oh man, your waist's relaxed. Nice. But you know, you can still have those knees kind of straight. See if you can keep that back, that lower back relaxed. Lovely. And then those fingers, remember those fingers? They're extending to these butterfly arms, and their fingers are right along the seam lines. Lovely. And then we're going to go into opening. So we're going to feel the beginning of a stretch and expansion across our shoulder blades, and it's going to initiate that turning, lifting, floating, levering of our arms up to shoulder height. And then those elbows first. And then we're going to push that ball down. And there's some resistance as we do. Our fingers are still extended. Lovely. How far can you push that ball into the water before you lose control? Nice. And we're going to do that again. You don't have to move. Just check in with your prepare, that lower back, the simultaneous feeling of weight and control all the way in your lower body, and light expansion rising up in your upper body. Everything lengthened but integrated. Now feel that stretch across your shoulder blades. It's turning your upper arms, and they're starting to lift like a lever to shoulder height, and then almost making a wave and pushing down. Nice. We're going to do that one more time, and then we're going to go on into some other body shape exercises rather than right now go on into the rest of the form. So prepare, opening, coming down, pushing. Nice. Feel that push. Feel the bottom. And now we're going to come up and out. And if you want to gorilla a little here, that's up to you. And we're going to come in. I want you to hug a tree here. When you're hugging a tree, those elbows are down a little bit. They're drooping. It's like they had a weight that's sort of pulling them down. You can also do this from your shoulder blades, pulling the back of your shoulder blades down. And then that tree's going to breathe in. And breathe out, but it's always a circle. These are those butterfly arms we had before. Breathing in. Breathing out. It comes to be like from an East Coast tree where I am right now to a West Coast tree, but it's still a circle. I want you to feel like you're completely attached. Get those elbows, let them be like a lead weight pulling them down. And then we're going to rotate our arms and come down. Nice. And come up and out and in, always a circle. And out. See if you can now imagine giant wings. So now you're going to feel the same movement, but you're going to feel this stretch along your back as you beat your wings in and out. Feel like you're pulling them out with the back of your shoulders. Nice. And beating them in with your front. Just let that, before you're just breathing with the tree. So these are all part of our body shape. Both what's happening in our back and also just that notice of expansion. So let's remember some of what we did last week. Remember we had a butterfly on our arm? Remember that? This butterfly arm could be long, right? I mean, put a butterfly on your arm. Really put it there. Imagine that butterfly on the arm. Really imagine it. Because what happened last week, when you did that, was you really focused in your whole arm integrated. Now, if you had to bring that arm into you a little bit, but you notice how it's still integrated? Yeah, it's still integrated. And you always want to have this little feeling of like there's a little bit of a weight pulling this down. So you're not like this. That's going to bring your shoulder up. But you can also, again, pull that down with the muscles back here. Call that putting your shoulder in your pocket. So some of you may know that from something else you've done. This is part of our body shape. When you haven't been doing it for a while, you haven't been doing this, it actually, it takes something. But what's really cool is that once you start doing it, it's not just muscles, it's the fascia reorganizing. And if you actually spend time doing this, just this hug tree, this breathing tree, and doing it, your fascia will reorganize and you won't have to use a lot of strength, and it won't tire you out. It won't tire your muscles out. So you'll be able to do that. All right. So that's part of our body shape, right? You did a great job today, by the way, folks, of getting that waist. Now I want to move us into actually moving that waist. So let's put our arms up again, hugging that tree. Can we just turn the waist, just turn and not turn those knees? Lovely. Some of you will be able to turn more, some less. If you've relaxed your waist, kind of gorillaed, it will be easier. Things will be unlocked. So none of this, right? You don't want that, not the hips. The hips are like stuck in the chair, and sitting in the chair helped us do that. So the gorillaing kind of does that. Nice. All right, put your arms down. Give me a butterfly arm, a long, long butterfly arm. Can we butterfly and just turn that upper body? Now, notice it's not me just doing this, open, close. You can do that like this, right? Everybody open, close for a minute. But see how my center line is not moving? Now, we're going to put that arm out here like at 45 for now. And then we're going to just turn our upper body, see if we can move it, right? Just let it go with us. We're going to swing it with us. Nice. And let's do that on the other side. We're not going to let our hips go. The other side, we're just going to swing it with us. Okay. I want a butterfly arm now. A beautiful extended butterfly arm. Nice. Lovely. Really nice. All right. Now, let's bring that arm in a little bit more. Nice. That's a butterfly arm too. Now, all the arms in Tai Chi, they curve, so they don't kink, right? No 90-degree angles. Every once in a while, you get close, like a compressed ball, but you should always feel rounded. All right. So we're going to bring it in pretty close, but not close, right? It's not here. It's going to be here for now, right? It's going to be here. What if we rotated this arm as we turned? So we could swing this arm, but then we could grab your own arm and turn it. Yeah. So rotate, and you could rotate and pull, couldn't you? So you could be swinging this arm, or you could swing this arm and rotate it and pull. Nice. How about this other arm over here? Okay, we could be swinging that arm, but we could now swing it and rotate and pull. Right. Always a little bit of a heavy elbow. So if your elbow's out, if you're out like this, you still want to get that elbow pointed down, right? You can be further away or closer. It's fine. All right, here we go. This arm again. And we call this a queen's wave. It's not with your wrist. See, my wrist is not moving. Yeah, that's where it is. There's a little bit of a wrist move. Again, this is what we call a grab pull. The wrist stays pretty much where it is. It sits a little bit. And the other side. Nice. You're going to need that today. So what am I talking about? actually looks a little bit like that push a button that we did, but I'm just going to model for you. I'm going to turn my back to you, put my own arm up. What's actually happening is in a martial art, your arm comes in and it grabs somebody else's arm, usually near the wrist, but it grabs somebody else's arm and then it can pull it. So you see that? So that's what we're doing. We're rotating, connecting with somebody, and grabbing and pulling. All right? We're going to need that today. All right, so let's go ahead and actually see where we're going to need that today. We're going to do it on both sides, much like we did the arms that we did for left ward off. So just give me an arm, whichever arm you want to give me. That's, for most of you, you're going to mirror me, right? It doesn't matter right now. One arm, and we're going to swing that arm with our upper body. And it's going to be, right, and it's still going to have this, it's still going to have the elbow down. So whenever you swing your arm, make sure you feel like your elbow is seeking gravity. Yeah, nice. And then as we come back the other way, we're gonna turn this forearm and grab. Okay? So you're not moving your hips. Let's try that again. We're gonna come across and come back in this grab. Nice. And we're gonna turn and turn back. Okay? Got it? Let's try it with the other arm. It's going to be that long, beautiful Tai Chi arm. And we're going to turn. And what's going to happen? Elbow's going to bend a little bit more, and you're going to let that butterfly walk right off here. Turn back, grab, pull. And it's going to be a little closer to you. A little closer to you. You've bent your arm a little bit. Okay? Let's try it again. That arm's going to come across. Going to drop this elbow a little and grab, pull. Nice. Other arm out here. We're going to turn back, grab, pull. Nice. We're going to have this arm. We're going to turn our upper body. It's going to swing. And then as we swing back, it also rotates and we pull. Okay? We'll be using that later. Let's just remind ourselves of the exercise we did the other day. That will remind ourselves. Remember, we did this on both sides. We turned out, and then we turned back, and we swung an arm up. And here was this arm in this nice ward off. It's actually a ward off arm, a butterfly arm. I want to really show you what that looks like. That looks a lot like some of the arms that if I brought this up and let my elbow come down, well, look what it would look like. Look like this big tree, sort of the big hugger tree. We could bring them down and we could rotate them. It would look a lot like that arm, right? The push arm is pushing. It's the difference is this, right? This. Right, so I just wanted to remind you of these relationships. We swung these arms before and then we swung them up. I'm going to actually tell you now, that was a grab. That was a grab. We actually grabbed and closed. Remember that? And we could do this on the other side, right? We did this. We came up. I said push a button, right? Oh, and this one was down, right? Good job. This other one over here is down. And then we switched sides because we were actually moving somebody's arm over. Well, we're going to do that today. You'll see this happening again. So if we were let's see. How am I going to show this? I'm going to show this this way. So if we're standing like this, so you can just stand with your left arm out, okay? And this is what the end of left ward off is, right? Your right hand is pushing down, and you're just not going to do the feet right now, but you can stand in your corner and you can look the same way, kind of I am, right? Or, you know, look at me, that's fine. You can look at me, but your fingers are pointing to the side of the room, just like mine are. That's your left hand. Everybody there? And then you could turn your upper body to the right, and then you could turn back and turn and grab with that hand like we just practiced. And when you did, your right hand could go from this position to this. All right, so can you, I'm gonna get closer. Yeah, Molly?
Oh, no, sorry.
Are you able to still hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry, can you hear me now? I needed to turn off, for some reason, yeah. I was getting a phone call. I need to somehow suppress that, and I forgot again. My apologies. All right, so I'm gonna come closer. So we're like this, right? We're like this. Nice, nice. Again, heavy elbow here. Nice. This looks really nice. All right. So, and we're gonna be in the corner, right? We're gonna have our body kind of to our hips kind of to the corner at this point, but we will have thrown our arm up like we were bowling, right? And this one's down. This one's down and a push, right? Good job. All right. So right now, just your upper body, I want you to turn. Right, swing that arm. Beautiful. Now we're going to turn back. And when we do, this right hand is going to go into the word off shape. At the same time, you rotated and grabbed with your left hand. Okay? So it's going to look like this, except now it's going to look backwards to you. Okay? It's going to look like this. It's going to look like this. You see that? Or I could do it with my other hand. It's going to look like this. You see, it's very similar. One hand is, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we could do that for the moment. We can do it on both sides. So you can turn back, grab, pull, other arm goes into this butterfly position with the palm facing back. Nice, nice correction. And then we could also do this on the other side, right? We could go over, and then as we turn our waist back, we can grab. Nice. Let's do it on the other side. Pushing here and turn back, grab, pull. Nice. And turn back, grab, pull. Nice. Now when you're, let's do one more on this side. So most of you are using, this is your left hand right now. So as you turn, your left hand comes across, and then as you turn back, your left hand will grab, pull, and your right hand ward offs down, which is what we actually call this position. All right. What are you going to do after that? you're going to close your arms. You're going to switch sides. And what you're going to do is that lower arm's going to get a small bird on it. A small bird. It's going to come up right in front of you. And it's going to make nice, like a shelf right in front of you. And you're going to pet it, just like you pet the other bird, all the way down to the end of its tail. But it's short. So you're only going to get this far. Nice. Let's do that again. Those of you who are mirroring me, this will work particularly well. So this is your, am I doing this right? Let's do it on this side. This is your, just want to make sure I'm doing this right. This is your left hand. We're going to do it on this side. So this is your left hand. This is your right hand. We're going to swing it out. And that arm, again, that elbow always stays pointed down. Then we're going to turn back. And this time we're going to grab, pull with that hand. Nice. And this one's going to go down. And then we're going to close and bring the arm up. Questions? We good? All right, we're going to be putting this together again. Tip that when you're doing these kind of moves, you're, let's see, I'm going to do it this way for you, I think. When you're doing these kinds of moves, your the fingertips are always pointing towards the middle of the forearm, and it's about a fist distance away on the diagonal. So that's how you can figure that out. And your hand's a little set because it's come down and petting. It's not like, you know, this, it's kind of come down like this. So you have this nice curve in your arms. Any sort of questions about that? We're going to be talking more about it when we put the feet with it. All right, I'm not hearing any questions. So one of the things we're going to do now is we're going to go through prepare, opening, left ward off, and then I'm going to talk you through a little bit of we're going to do that a couple times. Then I'm going to talk you through the footwork for just those two, for left ward off, from the end of, the footwork for right ward off, for right ward off. And then we're going to put everything together and you'll have a new move. I hope. That's our goal, right? All right. So I want to start today here. So if you will, if you'll line yourself up, because you know this part, right? We'll line ourselves up and prepare. And we'll go into opening. You know this part too, right? Raising up, pushing that ball down to the bottom. We're going to do left ward off. Shift a little left, turning out to the right. We're going to push that button as we sink and move our whole Tai Chi pole over to that right side. Close and step out, rooting, and then push with the back foot, turn a little right to the corner, raise that big macaw, and look at the back of the room. Your right hand is down the side. And I think I've talked about this before. The tiger's mouth, that part right here of your right hand, is going to be holding the macaw's tail. Therefore, it's aimed towards that middle center forearm of your left arm. All right. We'll do that one more time. From the end of opening, we're going to shift to the left, turn out to the right, shift our whole weight to the right and sink as we push the button. It's really a grab. We're closing and stepping, pushing with the back, turning to the corner, petting that macaw and lifting it up. So it's coming out right from our shoulder now. Let's do it from here. From prepare, opening, we're coming down, pushing down. Our legs are still pretty straight. Shifting a little to the left, we turn out to the right, our arms swing, we turn back our upper body as we sink and throw that arm up. All our weight's on the right side. We close, step, moving forward, heel, ball, toe, turning, raise that macaw. And again, from the end of opening, you've come down, you've felt the bottom. Shifting to the left, turning out to the right. All our weight to the right, sink, throw that arm up. Close, step, heel, ball, toe, turn to the corner. Pet that macaw. Now, do we have questions about that? We good? We're going to do it one more time, and this time I'm going to talk you through the footwork, okay? I'm going to talk you through the footwork for the next move. This is not hard. You're going to be able to get this. So we're here at the end of opening. Arms pushing down. We're going to shift a little to the left, turn out to the right, the arms swing. As we swing our upper body back and sink, we push the button or grab. We close, step, bring the macaw up as we turn to the corner and look to the side. Now, we are in a left bow stance. Interestingly, we want to end up in a right bow stance going that way. So here's how we're going to do it. First thing we're going to do is start straightening our front leg a little bit, just a little bit, and bending our back leg a little bit to what? Shift our weight back just a little. Why just a little? Because we only need to move it as far as the pivot point in our heel. Guess what we're going to do now? We're going to close that, do a knee bump kind of. We're going to close that thigh and turn our toes to the corner. Look down, and you should find out that your weight is still a lot more on your right foot, right? Correct? Yes? And you should find out that you're probably a little bit more than shoulder width apart. Some of you might not be, but it feels a little wider, doesn't it? Okay, I want you to think about your ball of your right foot, because your weight's probably on everything. And I want you to shift your weight now over onto that left foot by pushing and pivoting on the ball of that right foot. And I want you to bend this left knee. But I want your hips to still be thinking that you're in the corner, okay? All you've really done is opened this thigh up. like knee bumped it. Now I want your whole Tai Chi pole over on your left side. This is hard for me right now. This floor is very padded. And you can bring this foot in if you want, right? And out, and in, and out. So what this actually happens is it's out there, and because it's so far away, we want to get our balance, so we let it fold in, and then we step out. We step out sort of on the diagonal so that we're on railroad tracks like I am, and we root, and we root. And when we root, you can gorilla into your whole weight's on this foot, but now there gets to be a weight on that heel pad. Then we're going to go heel, ball, toe, bend knee. You're going to feel open to the corner here. And in fact, your upper body will be open to the corner as well. And just for kicks, can you put an arm out like this? Nice. Nice. Okay. Because that's very close to your ending position for that arm. Let's do this again. Always good to practice left ward off. From here, I'm going to shift, turning out, turning back, sinking, close, step, rooting, heel, ball, toe, lift that McCall, look at the corner. Now, what are we going to do with those feet? We're going to shift back. That means bend a little here. Going to pivot until we're parallel, our whole body's to the corner. Fabulous. But now we're thinking about the lower body going to step this direction. So we pivot and we feel this opening here, this opening right here in our thighs. So our thighs kind of push, thinking about sending our leg in that position. But we want to make sure we're balanced. So we let that foot come, relax in, and then we step out, heel, ball, toe, bend knee. You feel like your hips are open to the corner. You look down, knees aligned. You're good. You don't want that knee coming in this direction. You want that knee in the same direction as your toes. Any questions about this footwork? We good?
Yeah, we're good. Sorry.
Oh,
No,
I guess it was kind of the same question I had last time about the feet. Are they at a 90-degree angle, or are you turning them out at a 45?
Okay, so yeah, let's go through this one more time. Yeah, good point, good call. So from here, we're going to shift left. You're turning that leg out to 45.
Okay, thank you.
We are then swinging back and down, close, step, and when you step with that left foot, it's going, straight, right, towards me. Now, what are we going to do? It's another 45-degree turn. So we're going to come back, and we're going to turn till they're parallel.
Okay. Ooh, man, that's awful.
They're parallel, but that's going to be your 45 foot, and you're going to pivot, move over, bring your foot in, step out, and now your front foot, your right foot, is going in this direction. We good?
You. Yeah, thank you.
You're very welcome. No, I should have mentioned that. So both steps are always 45 with one and straight with the other. Well, I said always, most of the time. All right. How about we try this with the arms? You want to give it a try? Yeah, why not? And then we'll do it from a couple of sides, and And after you do it, then I'm going to ask for questions. And I really want those questions. That was a great question, Mary. I think it helped everybody. All right. We're coming down here. Let me give myself a little more room. We're coming down here and we're pushing down at the end of opening. So we're going to just do left ward off again. We're going to shift to the left, turn out 45 degrees, move our way to the right, sink. That freed up the left. Going to close step. And those arms are closed. You can't quite see it. Then that big macaw comes up. You pet it. And just for kicks right now, can you just kind of look to the left and make sure that your left knee is in line with your left toe? That's really important to your safety. Now, a lot of your weight is on that front leg. Some is on the back leg too. You want to sort of feel a little gorilla here. Now, what are you going to do? Bend and shift a little weight into that back leg, just enough so that you can pivot. And when you do, look at what's happening to my upper body, right? It turned and my arms went with it. Good job. Now, as we push with the right foot, and we're going to rotate the left hand and into a grab, and all by the end, we've had a little tiny pull, and all our weight is on the left foot. So this other foot can come in a little bit as we close and step out. Kind of funky that way. Now we're closed. The bottom arm is your right arm. It's gonna put a small bird on it, and your top arm hand is gonna start petting it as it comes up. And you're gonna bend that right knee. Nice, lovely, lovely. All right, again, from here, shift left, turn out 45 degrees right. We're gonna come sink and close step, and then macaw, turn to the corner, keep that left knee in line. Then shifting our weight towards the right leg on that diagonal a little, you're gonna move, you're gonna just bend that right knee a little bit. And then you're gonna turn on your Tai Chi pole to the right until your left foot comes in to be parallel. Now push with the right foot and go stand on the left foot. As you do, you swing back fully into the corner. Now we're going to close our arms. As we start to close, our foot can come in and step out. Then that lower arm, bird on it, like a robin or a sparrow, and come up. Notice that elbow here is down a little. Nice job. Look at where your left arm is. Your left palm should be, you know, kind of right in front of your left shoulder. I mean, your right palm in front of your left shoulder. Your left fingers are pointing towards your upper arm, and your body is not quite, your upper body is not quite to the corner, and it's not quite straight, but it's pretty much tipped a bit to the corner. How's that? Like to see it from another angle?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So let me see. I have notes on how this works for you. So let me just. Okay. So the end. All right. Now what I want you to do is you're going to turn away from me. And I want you to be in a left bow step. So what this means is you're going to turn away. That's right. You're going to put your left foot forward, and your right foot is wherever you usually have it, back to the 45 degrees, right? And then you can look over your shoulder to just see what's happening. And because we're about to turn, and then it's going to be easier. And you're going to put your arm out towards the side of the room, the same direction that my arm is in. So you'll see that. And your right hand is pressing down. All right. What are you going to do? You're going to shift. You're going to bend that right knee a little bit. And you're going to turn, and your arms just go with you. They don't do anything else except sort of follow like a robot. And now your feet are parallel. Push with the right foot and move your weight to the left. And as you do, you're going to pull with the left hand and make that ward-off shape with that butterfly ward-off shape with your right hand. You're standing now on your left leg. You're going to close your arms and step out. You had to, of course, step in a little first. Then after you root, you're going to bring that bird up, straighten that back leg. Nice job. Now, look at my angle. We didn't turn the hip here. We didn't do this, right? We just kept this nice angle. See this angle? So this is for this one. You want to just sort of do it the easy way, the way we first learned the bow step. So if you're unconsciously doing this, just let yourself tip forward. Let that hip, let this knee and hip tip forward. Yeah, nice. All right, we're going to do it again. You can try it again. You folks could see, right? It was a little hard to set it up, but you could see, right? Yes? Yes. Okay, good. So again, you're going to put your left foot away from the screen, pointing in the direction away from the screen. Your right foot is somewhat behind and off to the corner. You're in a bow step. You've been in this position a lot. You know if yours is big or small or what it is. Okay? And you've bowled towards the side of the room, right? So you bowled towards the side of the room, right? And your right hand is down. That's the end of grass. Sorry, at the end of left ward off. So what do? We shift our weight onto that right leg a little bit, enough to pivot on that left foot and turn. And when we do, we notice ourselves really turning. Now we're going to push with the ball of the right foot and pull with the left hand. The right hand's going to come into this ward-off shape. And now all of our weight is on the left side. Then we're going to pick up that right foot and start to close our arms, and then close as we step. Push with our back foot, absorb with our front as we pet that bird. Nice. Good job, folks. Let's do that again. So you're going to get yourself, open, get yourself in that left bow step away from the screen. Gonna bowl with that arm the same direction that I am, and the right hand has come down on that huge macaw. What are we gonna do? Shift right, turn, body goes with, turn upper body back, grab, shift our weight left and close, step, and then start going forward and petting that bird. One more time from there. Same starting position. Your left toes tore away from the screen. Bowling to the same side that I am. We're gonna shift right, turn back left, grab, pull, ward off arm, all the weight to the left. We're gonna close and step, and then pet that bird as you straighten the back leg. And again, notice my angle. So you may unconsciously want to do this. I did for years. So play with that. You can, and if it's a small step you're taking, don't worry. My angle's going to look bigger than yours. If I take a small step, it's just a little angle, but it's not like this, right? It's still an angle. All right, questions. That's right, ward off. How we doing? I see thumbs up from Molly. I see thumbs up. Thumbs up from Mariel, who's with you today? Hi, actually, I can't hear you. I'm not, oh. I'm so sorry. My phone is ringing. So I think I would have heard you, except a call was coming in. Anyway. All right. Eva or Ava? Did I get it right? All right. I said Eva at first. Is that right? That's good enough. Maybe not. You guys will let me know. That's fine. Wonderful. All right. Let's do everything we know. All right. We have a little time. Everything we know. So let us start here. Ground yourself and prepare. Whatever your short list is, now's the moment. Opening. I'm not going to call this one. You know this one. Left ward off, shifting left, turning out 45 degrees. Our arms swing. They're going to swing back as we sit down and move to the right. Then we're going to close and step. Bring that big macaw up, stand straight, tall. Look to me. Then we're going to shift. This is right ward off. Bend that right foot, shifting our weight in that direction. We're going to turn 45 degrees to the right. We're going to turn back, grab, pull. All our weight's there. Now we're going to close, step, and bring up that small bird. Going to do it again. We are preparing. This time you're just looking at me. Opening. And finishing, opening, coming down. Left ward off. Shifting a little bit left. Turning out right. Those arms swing. They swing back as you turn your upper body back and you move your weight. We're going to close, step, and moving forward. Oops. Yes, that's right. Sorry. Moving forward. I want to make sure I was doing it right. Left ward off. All right. Now, right ward off. Bend that right leg a little bit. Turn to the right. Turn back, grab, pull, ward off arm with the right. All our weight's on the left. Close, step, right arm rising, left arm pet spurred. We'll do that one more time. So your left foot is towards me. Your right foot is out 45 degrees. You've got your macaw here. You're holding the tail. And we're going to shift to the right. Turn. Turn back left. Grab all of our weight. Close. Step. And come forward. We good? Don't expect you to have it completely. We will review all of that next time. So, all right. I'm not hearing much from anybody today, but I see lots of people are muted. I am seeing smiles and faces, and I want you to know that what I am seeing actually looks like right ward off. So congratulations. I'm not seeing you a lot of the time because I'm trying to model for you. Also, my apologies. This is a very thick, wavery floor, and I have a bad left foot, so it's kind of uncertain ground for me. So I may have been wavering a little bit on some of those steps, but it moves. My apologies. Yeah, it's the way it is. It's the way it is, right?
No apologies necessary.
Thank you, Crystal. Thank you very much. I do want to see your house someday. Crystal's just moved into a new house, so that's.
You are welcome to come whenever you would like to.
Thank you. All right, everyone. We are going to drag our fingers through the sand, feeling some celebration and calming. We've done really good work today. Really good work. And drag our fingers through the sand. Nice. And one more time. Thank you. Yep.